All right, so we're working in the shop today. It's another hot day. It's the middle of summer. It's the middle of August here in Portland, Oregon, and it does get hot here, believe it or not. We have 2 or 3 months pretty hot, so it's 85 I think now. And here I am working on my suntan with a chrome bumper E150 van that needs a ton of work, and I'm not looking forward to doing this job at all. So the engine is way down in there, and of course it needs a complete intake manifold replacement. Oh, you can see the coolant leaking out behind the rear wheel here. If you look inside, I got the doghouse off, and there's coolant pouring down the bell housing way in there. And the bottom of the plastic intake manifold's got sprung a leak. I think it cracked. So all that has got to come out, and I'm not looking forward to it. So we'll take a break from working on this thing and let's do something fun. Let's see, what do we got here? We got a 4-wheel drive Willys, a LeCar, a Comanche, an Accord, a Matrix Shell. Oh, how about this? A little Fiat. Let's work on this Fiat today. I want to put the brakes on this thing. Let's get it going. That sounds fun. It's the anterior opposite, or polar opposite, antithesis, I think is what you call it, of working on a big old Ford van. Let's work on a little tiny Fiat. That sounds fun. Oh, I've got an opportunity for somebody. Before we get started on the Fiat, I'm going to offer this out to somebody. If anybody wants or needs a BMW Bavaria engine with dual carburetors and an automatic transmission, I don't think the engine works. I think it's locked up, but the carburetors and the manifolds are all there. Probably hard to find these days. It is a 3.0 Bavaria engine out of a 72 Bavaria. It's for the taking. If you want it, let me know. You can have it. Otherwise, it's probably going to get scrapped. Okay, on to better things. Let's not talk about big car stuff. Let's look at little car stuff. You'd think this is a 2-ton dump truck. Oh, oh, my back. Oh. Okay, I'm out of breath. I pushed a little Fiat in the shop. Who would have thought that a little 750 to 1,000 pound car would push like a 2-ton dump truck with the bucket up, dragging under a bridge? That's just crazy. The thing rolls so hard. So that's probably the first thing we got to do is pop the wheels off, figure out why the brakes are dragging or the bearings are seized or what. This car has been sitting for 50 years. You guys saw me start it up for the first time in 50 years about 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago now. It's time to give it a little more love and see if we can make it a driver. Let's see what we got in here. Ooh, it's kind of nasty. Let's see what we got here. We got the nut off. We got the bearing undone. Get off. It's sort of stuck. That bearing is dry as a bone. There's no grease. It's going to take a while. Okay. We've got a pretty rusty drum, but not too bad. What do we got here? New wheel cylinders that are seized, and then shoes that are about ready to delaminate. Oh boy, we got some work to do. I don't know if that's right. I don't think that's right. Okay. Well, shoot. Got new brake lines. I think I got to take these apart. They look new, but I think they've been on here for a while and they're probably rusted because that should push in. We may have to end this video and start fresh when we got some new parts. It's going to take a while. All right, well, at least I know what I'm dealing with now. We got to clean out this reservoir for the brake fluid. It's got rust in it. I got to blow through it, get all the crud out of it, see if I can brush it out with a oil galley brush. I got to do something about those shoes. I got to get those relined. These are super thin here on the front and a little thicker on the back, but they're delaminating. In other words, the material is going to come off the shoe. And those just look awful. So I got to take these out and get them relined. And while I got them off, I'm going to see what's up with the wheel cylinders. They look good, but they're definitely stuck. Can't move them at all. This thing's going to require a little work, but I guess from sitting for 50 years and somebody kind of tinkered with it a little bit, we got to make it right. That's what we do, make it right. Make it stop, make it drive, make it go.